Hey, it is Crow for Sports, crapology.com, coming to you from Knoxville, Tennessee. Rolling around in my chair here because I don't know where I'm going or what I'm doing. But you can see us on YouTube. You can see us on sportscrapology.com. And you can see us on X, at Sports Crapology on X. We're going to talk to you about NCAA football today. That's what this video is about. They're changing the playoff system, of course. And they're going to 24 teams. And I'll just tell you their system. I don't particularly like it, but I'm starting to get why they're doing it and how they do it and why they do it. But anyway, according to CBS Sports, there's going to be 24 teams. We have 24 teams, no conference championship games. So they're going to take those out. The top 8 seeds will get a bye. I'm reading off here if I'm looking down all the time. There'll be, the first round games. The higher seeds will be at home. So your top 8 will be out. So 9 will be playing 24. 10 will be playing 23. Blah, blah. And they haven't really said if you win your regular season conference, if that's going to matter or not, or if it's just how you're ranked in the top 25 poll. But anyway, they'll get through that, and then they'll have the 8 lower seed teams and the 8 higher seed teams will be left, 16. And then 16 will play 1, and 2 will play 15. And they'll keep going until they get to 2 final teams. The final 4, I think they were saying, is going to be at neutral sites. One thing they said was the Army-Navy game will be left intact. If Army or Navy is in the top 24, they will work the Army-Navy game around it so that they can play in the playoffs. And the playoffs won't take place at the same time as the Army-Navy game is being broadcast. So that's their thing. That's pretty much what's going to happen. And they're saying because it's the AFCA, the American Football Coaches of America, or the Association of Football Coaches of America, voted for this. And I guess they get a vote. I don't know why. It's high school football coaches, it's college football coaches, it's pro football coaches. There's hundreds of thousands. They might have millions of members. I mean, there's like every football coach. There's Pop Warner coaches that I think are members of this. But anyway, that's what they're pushing for, and they're saying that's why this is going to happen. So what's going to happen is the top 25, top 24 in the poll are going to get into this playoff. They're going to get extra games. They're going to get extra money. And those schools are going to get better, move up. And if you win like the Sun Belt Conference and you're not in the top 25, you're not going to get any extra money or any extra home games. Unless they keep the bowl games. But even if you get that extra game, it's not going to be that much money anyway because nobody's going to watch it. Except the alumni. So I think it's pretty stupid to do it that way. Personally, me, it's just because I understand they want to do that because the Big Ten and the SEC and these big conferences, they want to make sure those small conference teams don't ever have a chance of beating them and of getting the big money. They're really worried about James Madison right now. James Madison won the Sun Belt and they got in the playoff last year, and they're on the brink of breaking through. Kurt Signetti was the head coach at James Madison at one time. And if they are able to break through and beat these top teams and get into the top 25 regularly, they're going to have more money. They're going to have better facilities. They're going to have more NIL money. And they're going to start pushing one of these big conference teams out of the top 25. And they don't want that. They want to keep these teams down. These big conferences want to keep these teams down and keep all the money for them. So, it's usually about money, about power, we want to be number one type thing. And I don't like that. Here's my if I was going to do the college football playoff, I just got decided by myself. I was anointed king of college football for some reason, which will never happen, but it does happen in my dreams once in a while, which is kind of cool. But usually it's after I take some, like sleeping pills and sleep aids, stuff like that. But anyway, this is what I would do at the 24-team playoff. I would have, if you win your conference, you're in. So that'd be you win the SEC, you win the Big Ten, you win the Big 12, you win the ACC, you win the AAC, and Conference USA is a conference, you're in if you win it. If you win the Sun Belt, you're in. That's a conference. You win the MAC, like Western Michigan last year, you're in. Even though you're not ranked, I don't care. You win the Mountain West, you're in. You win the Pacific Conference, whatever it's going to be, Pac-12, Pac-8, you're in. Okay, if you win your conference, you're in. Because I think these smaller schools like James Madison and the Sun Belt, if they win the Sun Belt, or I think Kennesaw State won Conference USA, let's give them some money. Let's just give them another game, home game, or probably won't be a home game, it'll be a road game, but let's give them another game. Give them some extra money. Maybe they get to improve their football facilities. Maybe they get some more NIL money, bring in some better players. But this is what the SEC and the Big Ten is trying to do in the Big 12. They're trying to keep those schools down because they don't want a James Madison or a Kennesaw State to all of a sudden, have a magic year, get some more money, get some better facilities, some better players, and be able to beat them one day. But let's give them a chance, right? I mean, yeah, could Kennesaw State win a playoff game? Probably not. They'd have to have their best game, and the other team would probably have their worst game. But it can happen. Anything can happen in football. We had bowl games years ago. Boise State beat Oklahoma, and Oklahoma was like, number 2 or 3 in the nation, and Boise State wasn't even ranked, I don't think. But, on any given day. So, I think that's what should happen. And then after that, you get 14 at-large bids, right? The next 14 highest-ranked teams, determined by the poll. 8 teams receive first round bye, just like it would be over here. The other 16 teams play. 9 is the host team against 24. 10 is the host team against 23. They play at home. So they get an extra home game. Round 2 would be the same. Whoever is the highest ranked team would get another home game. Round 3 would be the same. Round 4, the final 4, it would be neutral site. Final 4 would be neutral site, and the championship game would be neutral site like it is now. But that you're going to give some teams an extra home game, maybe 2, it's possible, and give these small conference winners some more money. Give them one more game, some notoriety. Get them on TV more. They get a big game on TV. They might, help them. They might be able to make their facilities better. Maybe some more NIL money. And that's what these big conferences don't want, and I don't like it. It's not Kennesaw State's fault that they're in Conference USA. That's the conference they're in. Yeah, you could move conferences. You should move up to Big 12 then. Well, the Big 12's not going to let them in, and they don't have the money to get in the Big 12. The Big 12's going to go, yeah, you want to get in the Big 12? Yeah, pay us like $2 billion. Come on. Give the underdog, give these smaller colleges a break. Basketball, the smaller colleges have a little better chance of competing in baseball because it's not really the same. It's not as expensive for facilities and equipment, and it's more of a skill game and technique, and it's like that. Football is different. You got bigger, stronger guys. You got a coach that's been coaching in college football for 15 years against a guy who's in his second year coaching college football, and you have an edge. But anyway, so you're going to a 2014 playoff, whether you like it or not. Basically, the big conferences get to decide what happens. I think if you win your conference, you should be in, but it's not going to happen. Is what you're going to have is the top 24 teams, however they're ranked. The top 24 ranked teams are going to go into the playoff. Basically, is what's going to happen. No conference championship games. They're not going to care if you win your conference or not. It's how you're ranked. So, I don't really like it. This is Crow for sportscrapology.com. Watch us on YouTube. Watch us on X. And go to sportscrapology.com. And they're going to change the NCAA basketball tournament also. We'll have a video on that for you coming up. Thanks for watching. Thanks. Subscribe on YouTube if you can. And that'll be it. I'm going to sign off now from Knoxville. And I'm going to keep watching college football because I still think it's fun to watch. It's entertaining, a lot of talented guys. But, I think something's got to be done to make it more fair for the small colleges out there. Anyway, thanks for watching.